So much for openness and transparency under this Labour administration. Public debate cut short. Thank you, Councillor Mackie, for seconding the motion and for highlighting the obligations of Cabinet members. Thank you, Councillor Harmer, for highlighting the need to ensure residents know what happened and the need of a timeline and answers. Councillor Jen for highlighting the impact on residents. I think that's a really important aspect. I'll come back to Councillor Cotton and Councillor Perks. Councillor Pritchard, I welcome his comments around the need for an inquiry, and Councillor Grant for your comments around the poor decision-making that this administration has had. Councillor Cotton was keen to talk about his openness and transparency, although it only took minutes to pass to see that that didn't really mean anything. But if he was so open and transparent, I wonder why he'd want to remove a timeline that ensured residents found out about the issues caused here so early. Indeed, I wonder why any Cabinet member would be against an inquiry coming out, and if they think they've done nothing wrong, clearing their name prior to the next elections. You would think that would be something they'd be desperate to happen. I'll come back to what the Labour motion actually says in a second. We also, of course, heard lots of blaming of others, and we know from many of the quotes from the Labour Party themselves why that just doesn't stack up here in Birmingham. We fully support more funding for local government. We've been clear about that time and again. We've been clear about it before many of the Labour councillors were even in this chamber. But fundamentally, the Labour Party themselves have said that it isn't the funding of Birmingham that's what caused these issues here. And Councillor Perks, you talked about what was deleted. You said it wasn't true. I think I might have been misquoting slightly. Misleading maybe was the word, something like that anyway. The point is, one of those was a quote from your own leader. Are we saying that the words of Councillor Cotton are not true?
Absolutely.
That apparently seems to be the Labour philosophy here, that they quote to the newspaper and then have to have it deleted from motions because they say it isn't what they meant later on. And so it is important to actually look at what they're deleting. They're deleting the whole this council notes section, a collection of facts. A comment, the first bullet point is, it's 1 year to the day that a briefing was held to which the current leader and Cabinet member for Finance and the former leader were all invited to. That's a fact. We've heard that from a Labour member himself who released the email into the council meeting. The Cabinet knew from 2017 and agreed with unions in 2018 that a new job evaluation scheme was needed. That's a fact. It's on public record. The Cabinet was told by auditors in 2019 that they had to urgently develop a contingency plan to address equal pay. That's a fact. It's in the council's own records. And yet that's being deleted because somehow the Labour group doesn't think that's true. A video was sent to the council in April 2022. That was reported in the press. A fact. In July, the council leader said he would be open and transparent and that he wanted a judge-led inquiry. They're deleting that. Does that mean the council leader no longer believes what he said in July? It's farcical that we're having a situation where the Labour administration is having to go back in time and delete the words of their own leader. And then, of course, the last one about a promised inquiry not having yet been given a start date. And, of course, we know why they want that deleted, because they wanted to delete the commitment later on to actually ask for specific start and end dates. We heard lots from the Labour leader, blame the government, talk about how it was government funding issues, but perhaps they should listen more closely to the commissioners who have had to come in to fix the mess on that side of the chamber, Lord Mayor. Max Cllr told the Birmingham Mail the people of Birmingham elected their council to manage the services and budget well, and they didn't do that. The Guardian on the 12th of November said Birmingham City Council ignored bankruptcy warning signs, says expert. Max Cllr said they should never have done this. They ignored the warning signs, crashed on regardless, and they've created themselves a controlled disaster. He also went on to say, ending up with a potential liability of £750 million because over the years you're getting equal pay wrong and spending something short of 200 million and not managing to implement Oracle properly. Those are self-inflicted, aren't they? They weren't government decisions. They were Birmingham Labour decisions. This meeting could have gone so differently. We'd hoped that actually the leader would turn up. You could have frankly deleted everything but that last paragraph and we'd have been happy to go along with that. But you've shown yourselves, they've shown themselves, Lord Mayor, unable to be willing to put any timescale against an inquiry, which is, we all know, frankly, going to be damning for that administration. So let's perhaps end, not with my words, but the words of the Labour Party Campaign Improvement Board in May 2023. Budget cuts and the size of the city are used as reasons to explain the situation. However, this does not hold up to scrutiny. The National Labour Party know that Birmingham Labour bankrupt this city, and come 2026, the members on that side of the chamber are going to see that residents know Birmingham Labour bankrupt our city.
you.